Salut à tous, j'ai eu la chance d'être invité par 2K à la Paris Games Week qui se déroule à Paris, pas à Vesoul bizarrement, et d'avoir la chance de faire partie des élus qui ont pu être en tête-à-tête, verbal, je vous rassure, je voulais pas le blesser, avec Kurt Angle, médaillé olympique au JO d'Atlanta en 96 et actuellement à la WWE. J'ai eu l'occasion de revoir Christophe Ajus et Philippe Chéreau, mais aussi l'équipe de Le Jeu C'est Sérieux, Laurent Aiguiz, Ganesh 2, Benzaï, Scred, Ablai et Aurel San, oui, rien que ça. Mais aussi de passer faire coucou aux gens de chez Malkirs et d'avoir le droit d'essayer Quake Champions sur le stand de Bethesda, un jeu que je ferai sûrement en live tellement c'était fun. Et maintenant, laissons place à l'interview avec Mr. Kurt Angle.
Hello everyone, and thank you to 2K Games for inviting me and giving me the chance to interview today the man, the myth, the legend, the gold medalist and the Raw general manager. Only that, Kurt Angle. Thank you. How do you like France so far?
Oh, it's great. I've only been here a few hours, but to come to the Paris Games Week, it's huge. I mean, I heard that over 300,000 gamers will be here during the whole week. There's nothing bigger than that I know of.
Okay, great. So I got a couple questions. If it wasn't in wrestling, in which sport would you like to win a gold medal?
Wow, that's tough. I would probably say...
Do you think of pole vaulting,
no,
100-meter dash?
I'm more of a combat type of guy. I would say judo.
Judo? Oh, interesting. So would you like to fight against our champion, Teddy Riner?
No, I kick his butt.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Kurt Angle can beat Teddy Riner. Okay. Thank you. Great answer. What were your other plans or options if it wasn't in the sport domain? Before you start doing sport, if it wasn't for sport, what would have to do?
I don't know what I do. Sport has brought my life more joy and more happiness than anything else. And not only that, it made me more focused. I was a better student because of athletics. I'm a better person. I'm more driven, I'm more dedicated, I'm more focused. So I have to give a lot to athletics. It was a huge part of my life and it became a big part of who I am.
Okay, great. Well, so basically, you are a sport. You live sport.
Sports, and it helped me with everything else.
Okay, great. Thank you. If you had superpowers, would you rather be a good guy or a villain? And what would be your superpower?
If I was a superhero, I should say, I would have to be Superman. I think he's the best. He can fly, he can do it all. He can see through things, X-ray vision. Yeah, Superman is the coolest. That's what I want to be.
Yeah, and I think your theme song would go well with Superman, and you go well with the Superman theme song. So, great choice, great choice. If you were a WWE wrestler in the 80s, what would have been your gimmick, and would you have a mullet?
Wow, that is tough. I don't know. The only gimmick I've ever had is the gold medal, and that's real. So I'm not much of a gimmick guy. I don't know. I don't think I would have survived in the 80s.
Oh, unless you win a gold medal in wrestling in the 80s. And what about the mullets? The mullet, you know, the guy in the back.
Never had one, never will.
Never will.
Well, obviously.
But you know, the players that play WWE 2K18 can create an 80s version of you with a mullet. So they can do that. So let us know, guys, if you want to create an 80s Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. I'd love to see how that looks.
Okay, great. Are there any wrestlers from the 80s or 90s who weren't in the ring by the time you were in the WWE that you would have loved to wrestle?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart?
I don't even have to think twice. I tried many times to get Bret to come back, but after he had his concussion and then he had, you know, a few other incidents where He was in a bike wreck and he had a stroke.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to wrestle Bret Hart. Him and Shawn Michaels were my two that I've always wanted to go with, and I did wrestle Shawn. Bret, I missed him by like a year. It was really, I guess it was frustrating because I thought that him and I could have absolutely the best match of all time.
Yeah, definitely. That's a very good answer because I never saw it. You never wrestled him, you know? I'm trying to think really hard. I'm like, no, you never wrestled him.
He just went to WCW and he had that incident with Goldberg where he got kicked, and man, I always loved Bret. He was the guy, and he was the one I wanted to wrestle.
Yeah. Okay, that's a really good answer. I wasn't expecting you to be so sharp about it, but it's a great answer. Thank you. In the game, do you think that you should have your tiny cowboy hat you had once for your entrance? And do you allow player to create you the tiny hat, you know, the tiny cowboy hat?
I would absolutely love that. The Olympic Hero version, the great thing about him is he was such a clown. He had a different personality. He was gullible. He was silly. That's the difference between the Olympic Hero version and the Wrestling Machine version. The Wrestling Machine just wrestled.
Serious.
Yeah, it was a butt kicker. But I had a lot of fun with the Olympic Hero version. I'd love to see that cowboy hat on him on the game.
Again, you guys, with the game, create 80s version of Kurt Angle or the tiny cowboy hat, please. So, I got the last question. So, if you were told you had to retire and you were allowed one last match as your retirement match, who would you want your opponent to be?
Oh, man. I would say one of the young talent, I would say Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose. But one of the older talent, gosh, I wrestled Triple H when I was really new, and I wasn't that good back then. I would love to have one last go with him. Triple H he's a ring general. That guy, he's not the greatest athlete. He's a great athlete, but not the best. Mm-hmm. But he can go in that ring like nobody, and he has the ability to change his mind in that ring and make it work. There are very few people in the business that are like that. Undertaker was one, Stone Cold was the other, yeah. Triple H is the third, and Triple H is the only one that's still wrestling, so I say Triple H.
Okay, so maybe that's a prediction for the future, I hope.
I hope so. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I hope so.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. They were all great answers. We can wait to see you in an 80s version or with your tiny cowboy hat. That would be legendary. And of course, meeting with Teddy Riner, our judo champion, one day. We don't
You're not going to tell him, are you?
I don't know.
Already tell him.
Yeah, it will be online, so people will know about it.
Might be too old to beat him up now.
Okay, well, thank you again, sir. And
thank you.
Don't hesitate to play the game. WWE 2K18 out now. Thank you.
Encore une fois, un gros merci à 2K pour l'opportunité, mais aussi à Spiréal pour les sous-titres de cette vidéo. Merci à Welshi pour l'aide aux questions et à Poppy pour l'aide aux questions et aux conseils à la réalisation. Et si vous aimez le catch, je ne peux que vous recommander l'événement organisé par Westcatch le 17 mars 2018 à Plouane dans le 35. On y verra pour la première fois Tristan Archer passer par la WWE Cruiserweight Classic défendre son championnat contre Tom LaRuffa qui était Sylvester Lefort à la NXT. J'y serai peut-être. N'hésitez pas à regarder la description sous cette vidéo pour tous les liens, à laisser un pouce pour manifester votre avis sur la vidéo, laisser un commentaire et bien sûr vous abonner à la chaîne pour ne rater aucune des prochaines vidéos, comme par exemple Je parle France 40, qui devrait avoir une jolie surprise. À bientôt. Abonne-toi à la chaîne de Panda, laisse un pouce vert si t'es un gars sympa, si t'es trop swag, tu pars chasser clair, et si tu redis swag, je défonce ta mère. Mais aussi ta soeur, ton père, ta grand-mère, je fais pas d'exclusion, ça me fout trop les nerfs, si t'es là pour du sérieux, un truc bien ennuyeux, que tu préfères la merde, de l'humour poussiéreux. Ben je ne sais pas quoi dire, assez merci pour la vue, et comme rime, j'ai rien à partout du cul, si tu me connais, tu t'y attendais, car l'humour à base de caca, y'a que ça qui me plaît. Abonne-toi à la chaîne de Panda, y'a des blagues blagues et pas mal de caca. Abonne-toi à la chaîne de Panda. Je vais faire une série